Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Abdul Basit Sohail from Lahore, Pakistan. Today we shall discuss about the different principles of Sharia with regard to the ibadat, the matters of worship, and Mamla, the matters of transaction, the commercial matters. First of all, we have to understand Islam is not the religion that confines its followers up to ibadat, to only offer salah, to only have a fasting, but Islam also guides its followers about every aspect of life. Islam also provides guidelines about economic and commercial matters, also provides guidelines about sale and purchase. Islam is the only religion which provides a complete code of trade, marketing, and contract and transaction. First of all, we have to understand the concept of ibadat and the concept of mamla. Ibadat are the matters of worship, for example, offer salah, fasting, and pilgrim. So the matters of worship have been discussed in detail in the Quran and Sunnah because these are the matters that are unaffected by time and space. These guidelines are the same for a man, for a Muslim of today, and for a Muslim 200 or 1000 years ago, and a Muslim who will come later. So these guidelines are unaffected by time and space. These are not subject to change and modification by means of ijtihad and otherwise. And Sharia rule with regard to matters of worship are prohibition except what is recommended. We have to remember this rule: prohibition except what is recommended. It means you are allowed to do ibadat that are recommended in a way in Quran and Sunnah. You cannot do new things other than recommended or prescribed in Quran and Sunnah because new forms are not allowed. Any new thing will be called bid'ah. For example, Salah has been ordained in Quran and Sunnah. So complete method has been prescribed in Quran and Sunnah, and you have to follow that particular pattern of offering Salah. You cannot add something in that. But so far as matters of transaction or mamlat, matters of commercial dealing are concerned, these matters have been discussed in general in Quran and Sunnah rather than in detail because these matters pertaining to individuals interacting among themselves. These matters are not foreseeable. These matters change with the time within various geographical entities. These matters affect with time and space. The dealings or the patterns especially, patterns and the methods and the ways have been changed with span of time. Example of these are we can use debit card for payment instead of currency, instead of dirham and dinar. We can use checks, we can use ATM for transfers. We have to understand the concept of ibadat and the rule regarding ibadat. We have to understand the method of transaction and the rule regarding the transaction. And rule in matters of transaction is permissibility, except the prohibited. Quran mentioned only prohibited transactions. Only prohibited transactions have been mentioned in Quran and Sunnah. all the transaction and things not prohibited in Quran and Sunnah are allowed. Rather than mentioning long list of permissibility, Quran and Sunnah mentioned only prohibited transactions, because these transactions change with span of time, with geographical boundaries. So we have to understand, we have to memorize, every transaction is allowed unless it is not prohibited and does not has any element of prohibition. So these transactions using debit card for payment, this does not have any prohibition and does not have any element of prohibition. So that's why these are allowed. May Allah forgive me for mistakes in content and concept. Thank you for watching this video.